This news segment is brought to you by Greg Dam for County Commissioner District 3, protecting our rural life and water, paid for by a citizen to elect Greg Dam.
Air pollution is associated with chronic health problems in children like bronchitis and asthma. In Southern California, air pollution levels have been decreasing over the past 20 years. A study examined whether those reductions have helped to improve respiratory symptoms in the state's children.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Planes, trains, and automobiles are ever present in Southern California. They all contribute to what's called ambient air pollution.
Ambient air pollution is particulate matter, which are microscopic particles. Some of them, especially the fine ones, actually deposit deep into the lung and are known to cause a lot of respiratory problems in children and humans in general.
Dr. Kiaros Barani from the University of Southern California and co-authors followed just over 4,600 children in 8 Southern California communities across 3 different time periods, from 1993 to 2012. In addition to monitoring air quality, the researchers looked at children with and without asthma and whether they reported respiratory symptoms like bronchitis, congestion, phlegm production, or a daily cough for 3 months in a row during the previous year.
In the children with asthma, we found at the beginning of the study, in the first cohort, almost 48% of them had bronchitic symptoms in the last year. Now, in the children without asthma, this number was only about 11%.
Air pollution levels dropped significantly during the observation period. Bronchitic symptoms were compared in 3 groups of children from 1993 to 2012.
The prevalence of bronchitic symptoms went down by about 32% in those children with asthma. We also found that it went down by about 21% in those children without asthma. These reductions were significant and important in both children with asthma and children without asthma. So all children benefited from these reductions in air pollution. Protecting our environment really leads to better respiratory health in children.
Catherine Dolf, The JAMA Report.
Dr. Berhain says the findings from Southern California can help guide air quality efforts in other locations in the United States and around the world. Well, as you may already know, all of us here at KPVM TV and KACE Radio are mourning the loss of one of our co-workers. Herb Melvoin passed away on Friday morning. Today, the Moose Lodge held a memorial service for Herb, who passed away as a result of a heart attack at the age of 58. His 3 beautiful children, their significant others, and his loving wife, Irene, attended today, along with a packed room of mourners who had the pleasure of calling Herb a friend.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You'll have to forgive me, it's his heart. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul.
He had gone for dialysis, and he was on the dialysis for an hour, and they took him off, and his blood pressure was real high, and he was complaining of chest pains. So he came. They give him a slip to go to the ER, but he didn't. He come back home. And when he come in the house, he told me, and I said, how come you come home? And he said, I just want to be with you, Irene. And he said, will you go take a shower and get dressed, and then we'll go up to the hospital. And the minute I stepped into the shower, he said to me, he said, Irene, I'm all right now. I don't hurt anymore. And I hurried out of the shower and grabbed the towel, and he was gone.
He couldn't stop talking about each and every one of you guys, the radio station and the friends that he had up here. Like I said, I don't have much to say, but I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here with him.
Herb has always been very, very good friend to us, and he has definitely spoke highly of all of his friends. I always wanted to be the person that Herb thought I was because he constantly told me really uplifting things, and I always wanted to raise to his opinion of me. Unfortunately, he was like that with all his friends, I think.
If you have a dream, follow it. He said, because you can do it. He said, I know you can do it. Now doing this job is this year and then another year and another year, and down the line somewhere, if I achieve correctly, I may get my cap and gown and be part of the College of Regents. And Herb told me, I'll be there to take your picture the day you're honored with your cap and gown. So hopefully that day will come, and when it does, Herb, you better have that camera ready, because I'm going to expect a picture.
Thank you to everybody for helping out there at the Moose Lodge and putting on that service at the last minute. Also, thank you to Assemblyman James Oscarson for donating a lot of that food. And we still have the Memorial Fund open for Herb Melvoin on the website GoFundMe. If you can donate what you can to relieve some of the financial burden off the family, it would be very helpful with his sudden passing. It has been quite an undertaking for them. You can also forward a donation to KPVM TV to me for Herb's family. You can contact me here at KPVM at 775-727-9400, extension 201. You can also email me at Deanna@kpvm.tv. And the Board of County Commissioners discussed the budget for Nye County fiscal year 2016 and 2017.
The breakdown of how the money comes together is in these major categories for revenue. As you can see, the ad valorem budget to actual for 16 has held strong. I think it's going to be actually a little higher than this projection, but I kept it conservative at this point. You see the increase in 17 as a result of those tax movements. Correct. And some small growth, about 200,000 of growth. And this number is significantly lower than was projected by the pro forma information that we received from the Department of Taxation. In the past few years, we've had some issues with the abatement for solar reserve. And so to be conservative this year, out of concern for that projection, I've held this consistently lower.
We don't need that surprise like we did last year.
Because our actuals are coming in at what we're projecting. I did not go with the higher numbers.
Correct. Good move.
Motion to approve the 2016-17 tentative budget and to adopt, or to approve the, what's the 15? 2015 actual?
No, you're approving the tentative budget for fiscal year 17.
Got it. Motion approved.
And adopting it as the final.
And adopting it as the final, yes.
Correct.
All right. There's my motion.
Second.
All right.
I have a motion in 2 seconds. Any questions from the commissioners? Public comment. The public hearing is closed. I have a motion in a second. Any other further comment? Not hearing any. I'll call for the vote.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Lorinda?
Aye. And there is a Board of County Commissioners meeting tomorrow, and because of Herb's passing, we won't be airing that tomorrow. We will be back with it in 2 weeks. When we return, we're going to speak to an author at the High Desert International Film Festival.